Well, we started the project already 5 years, or maybe even more than 5 years ago, because the executive director of our organization had the idea that we, as the Association of History Educators, should find new ways of reaching our audience. And she had actually two main ideas about this. First of all, it was the idea that we are living in an ever more integrating society, European but also global society, and that we should have an environment where then also we could combine and gather different stories, different narratives, historical developments together in one place, so we can also help this process of integration from a historical perspective. We live in Europe, in the European society. We have a shared past, we have a shared future, and we should find ways in which we can communicate this to the younger audience. So that was the first starting point. The second starting point is, of course, the new developments in the media, that we as history educators also see that the world is changing, and that we are also seeing new ways of reaching students, new ways students communicate to each other, new ways in which they gather information, new ways in which they find their information. And for that reason we opted for this online environment, so that we could transfer the knowledge we had to the environment, to the medium in which the young people are active. We are a network organization and we have members in each European country and also beyond Europe. And these members are actually national history teachers associations who themselves have again members within their community, and those are then history teachers who work on a national or a regional level. And with them we selected a group of editors, so editorial team, and a team of contributors, so history teachers from within our network who would like to contribute their own material to Historiana. So that resulted in a team of, in the end, more than 60 people coming from more than 30 countries who all contributed their time and effort and material to Historiana. So at the very beginning we started with multiple phases. The development of the navigational structure, the development of the actual outlook of the website, and then the content of the website, how will that be structured, then the case studies that will figure within this content, and then later on also additional material, source material, that could be added to the framework. So there were a lot of phases that you can signal within the development, but a lot of them were going on at the same time, because we had to do all this within this 3-year program. We started the web development of the actually online structure with a very competent web design team. They first looked at what our ideas were, what the end result should be, and then they first came with a design of the website. They developed the click model only in HTML to be able to show to us how the navigational paths would look like. When we agreed upon this, then they started to develop a design of this, of course using Photoshop and then CSS to translate those designs to a website. And then when we agreed on that, we started thinking of how can we translate the story structure that we had thought of for the case studies that we would be uploading to the website to a database structure that would allow us for enough flexibility to make comparisons and to make contrasts between the different stories. So it took some fine-tuning in the end, but at the moment we are able, in fact, to do what we envisioned at the beginning, and to make the relations and the connections. And if a user now goes online and looks at the case studies, he or she is able to jump from one case study to another and then see how the history actually is a very interrelated and connected phenomenon. Historiana at the moment is used in a wide range of ways. Teachers use it in their class practice. They can put it on their screen on a beamer, and then with the class walk through different aspects of the sites to be able to show high quality source material, and then use that as a discussion, or to even show one of the case studies that we have on the website, and then ask students questions about this. The other thing that we very much like is that it's used as material, as a starting point for group work or group discussions, that different groups are asked to work with different aspects of the website, and then afterwards they can come together and discuss this amongst themselves and then share their ideas and experiences with the material. One other thing that I think we are very useful for is the whole flipping the classroom idea. That was also something that we were thinking about before we actually heard about this concept, but that's the fact that teachers now very easily can tell their students to go in their homes online and then view the material that's on Historiana at the moment, because we have a wide range of case studies. They can then ask the students to at home look at the material, and then in the classroom they can discuss this. I think that's a very valuable addition to the classroom practice, and also for teachers to be able to manage their time in a better way. The other aspect is the teaching tips that we offer for teachers. In the future they will be able to log in, and after their login they will be presented with teaching challenges, learning objectives, different learning activities, and with them they can also enrich their daily teaching practice. On a more fundamental level, we would like to develop more interesting ways of engaging the students. So really developing online educational activities, maybe in the form of games or of other types of activities, that students online don't only go and read or don't only go and click on different links, but they really are engaged in different ways with the actual content, but then of course on a responsible and historically balanced way. And this is something that's actually already in the pipeline, and we're hoping to show the first results of this actually in the beginning or in the course of 2013, that we are able to upload these first really innovative online activities to the website.
Winter fashions here set summer styles for the whole country, so they say. So this display of Burdine's beach fashions on southern shores is strictly for the ladies. Ahem, strictly for the ladies. My, they certainly have beautiful scenery down in the land of winter sunshine. The very latest thing, a printed linen halter top with navy wide rib bottom.
When looking at students, when they go online and they try to use the internet in a responsible and way that's not very problematic for them, I think we need to be able to teach them certain competences in order to make sense of this all. And I think that e-learning initiatives should really take into account that we cannot expect students or pupils or young people to go online and then naturally know the rules of the web. This is not something that people are born with, and it's very easy to make the mistake to think that the elderly people have no idea what's going on, but the young ones know how to use the web. We feel that this is not the case, and we should be able to teach young students to critically analyze information that they find on the internet. And I think Historiana is really trying to do this by using the skills and competences that you need as a historian and that you would always teach as a history teacher, that you always look at the source very critically. Who has it, who made it, where was it made, why was it made, who commissioned it. These kinds of questions are also very valuable when you look at the information that you see online. And I think that's one of the key elements that any e-learning activities should take into account when developing something for a younger generation.